Okay, I'm going to make another SimCity Buildit video. This one is going to focus on epic building upgrades. Epic buildings produce speed up tokens, which allow you to build stuff faster. Every epic building project has a specialization. In this case, the one that I am on is entertainment. When you get ready to start your epic building project, you want to make sure that it's on a specialization that works for you. It'll only pick from specializations that are close to the building. So for example, if you don't have any entertainment buildings nearby, then it will not pick entertainment. If you want, for example, mountain, but your building is over by the beach, you have to relocate the building or transfer it to a different building. It's easy enough. Move the building. I'm sure everybody knows how. You push on the building, it highlights, and then you can move it anywhere you want. Relocate it close to something that you want as your specialization, and then tell it to change specialization. It's a relatively small fee. I think it starts at 200 simoleons and then it goes to 320 and 400 or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But you can change specializations, and you want to make sure that you are on a specialization that works for you. In my opinion, beach specialization is absolutely horrible. There are no 4-point beach buildings that I'm aware of, and there are very few 3-point buildings. And one of the keys to succeeding in epic is 3 and 4-point buildings. So again, watch your specialization, make sure you pick your specialization that you want, and prior to starting your project, make sure that you locate the buildings on or in your city. If you have space where you can put more buildings, it is to your advantage to have as many 3 and 4-point buildings in your city as you possibly can. Personally, I avoid 2-point buildings if I can help it. The gambling specialization makes that impossible. The beach specialization for me, when I originally started, made that impossible. Of course, it all depends how many buildings you have, but my recommendation is do not do epic projects until you are in a position where you have at least 5 3-point buildings in whatever specialization you choose. If you do not have 5 3-point buildings, guess what? It's going to be really difficult. There are 3 possible end results for your building when you're doing an epic project. The first one is the turtle token, the second one is the llama token, and the third one is the cheetah token. I refer to these as bronze, silver, and gold. The bronze speeds up your factory store production by, what is it, 50%? I don't remember. It's pretty slow. It's twice as fast. The llama token speeds it up 4 times, and the gold token, speed up token, gives you a whopping 12 times increase. So on the downside, when you are producing these tokens, each building only produces a portion of a token. Each building every day in one 24-hour period spits out a token that can then be collected, and when you get enough of them, they actually produce the speed up token. So for the turtle, for the bronze, you need, I believe it is 7 total tokens. So 7 buildings can produce 1 turtle speed up token. You need, what is it for llama? I forget, 8? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know. And for gold, it is 12 tokens. So for example, right now I have 4 buildings that are at gold status. which means every 3 days I can produce one Cheetah or one gold speed up token. I eventually want to get up to 24 gold buildings so that every day I produce 2. But that's a long way off. Alright, so tips, tricks, ideas, thoughts, these may not be the best, but they're what I am aware of or what I think at the moment. If you have something better, if you disagree, feel free to say so. So here we go. You have to decide in advance or while you're doing it if you want to go for the turtle or the llama or the cheetah. Of course, the smaller the token, the less points you need total. The bronze token is 60 points, I believe it is. 40 points. The llama token is 80, and the cheetah token, the gold token, is 160 points. Now, like I said, what you want to do is have specialization buildings in your city, and you can find them. They have the little gold star here floating above them once you start your epic specialization. This one is a 3-point building. It is the epic movie set, and as you can see here, epic point reward 3. You get 3 epic points every time you complete a task. This one is the sci-fi movie set, 3 points again. Down here I have the soccer stadium, also another 3-point building. So that's those 3. Then we'll come up here. I have a 4-pointer that is the horror movie set, and then I have the Sydney Opera House, another 3-pointer. Over here in the corner I have the Ferris wheel, which is also a 3-point building, and that is what I have at the moment. That's all I have. So right now I have a total of 5 3-point buildings and 1 4-point building. I'm really happy with that. Entertainment and landmarks are my 2 best specializations, in my opinion, based on the buildings that I have. When you are doing your epic project, things to keep in mind: you want to try to have a huge storage facility, the bigger the better, and you want to try to have it filled up as much as you can with useful information. With useful products that you will be using. Initially, when you first start, it's simple things. It may be cream, or it may be a bag of flour, it may be chairs, something, ladders, whatever. It's going to be something small at the beginning, and it's not going to be many of them, 1 or 2. And every time you complete one of these, for example, this one here has a green check mark next to it, it means I have it. Every time you complete one of these and you do it, it increases your total epic points. So I'll do this. Boom. I just used up 3 cupboards and I raised my total points up to 101. Now, every time your point value goes up, the next successive thing you have to accomplish is a little bit more difficult. So if you can, try to do your highest point buildings first. I don't have access to 2 more ladders right now. I can't seem to find any on Global Trade, and there is no one on at the moment. Otherwise, I would be focusing on my 4-point building, because, as I said, every time you increase in points, what you have to do next is just a little bit harder. So if you can do your higher point buildings first and continue to do your higher point buildings as much as possible, then at least, even though you're gaining points and making it more difficult, you are getting as many high points as you can initially with the cheapest requirement from them. So that is key. And then your 3-point buildings or your 2 points, I personally never play with a 1-point building. It's absolute waste of space to have a 1-point building, in my opinion. All these specialized buildings can be stored. Take up what you don't want, put it into storage, Only have the buildings you want to use out in your city. So let's look here. For example, this needs an extra couch. I need a total of 2 couches. This one I need 3 pieces of meat. This one I need another piece of cheese. For the 4-point building here, I need 2 more ladders, which I cannot seem to find, and so on and so on. So what you want to do, I need ladders there as well. What you want to do is to just go through and be aware of what you need, ask for it from your club members, or go shopping on Global Trade, and hopefully things that you need will show up. I know I needed cheese somewhere. I think I needed cheese somewhere. I don't even remember what I needed anymore. We're going to go buy some cheese, however, and bam, there we go. We got some cheese. And is there anything else that I remember that we needed? I actually have this written down somewhere, but now that I'm making the video, I don't know where it is, so I'm just kind of going cattywampus through here without any set purpose. I almost always buy corn so that I have it as a product in my storage in case guild members need it, because corn is a very difficult product to have. So if I ever see it, I try to buy it, and then I'll sell it to them when they need it. And usually I sell at a reduced rate if they ask for it. So I buy at full price and sell for reduced rate. How do I manage to do that and not go broke? Because I sell a lot of stuff in global market at full price. I actually sell enough of it that I can afford to buy things and sell cheap to my club mates. So that's a positive thing. I don't see any products that I needed, so we're just going to go back to my city. Anyway, that is Epic Projects in a nutshell. You want to make sure that when you start your Epic project, you have as many specialized buildings as you can in your city. If you don't have enough, change specialization, or just don't start doing an Epic project. You can wait. You can do Epic projects later. You want to have as many buildings as possible that produce as high value token benefit as you can for every time you do one of these tasks, or you make it very difficult on yourself. So that's Epic Projects in a nutshell. You get 24 hours to complete them. Try to have big storage. Try to have a lot of stuff when you start. Be prepared. 150,000 simoleons if you had to do it all by yourself with a good set of buildings like this. And if you are lucky enough to have club members on while you are doing an Epic project and they can help you, that'll help. But you should be prepared with 150,000 simoleons, as many Epic buildings as you can set up in your city, because once you start, you cannot remove an Epic building if it's got a little star above it, and once it's got a star above it, you continue to have the stars whether or not you can actually do that or not, if it's got the green check mark saying you have the product or not. So you cannot remove this building. Here, I'll show you. If I click on this, it simply does not let me remove it. You cannot remove it. Here we go. I can move it around, but I can't store it. It will let me move it. It will not let me take it off the map. I can't remember if you can place buildings on after you've started the Epic project, but it's good just to have them in place before you start. Get everything prepared in advance and you're better off. And then never start an Epic project if you don't have the time to put into it to get where you want to be. I will make gold on this one, absolutely, without question. I've got 17 hours left. So I will be making a video in the next 17 hours saying, hey, look, it's my 5th gold Epic building. Go me.